broadcast. Gaming is for friends.
I thought this music was so epic.
We all like talking about gaming. The only thing that I disliked about the old game. There are so many different conversations started by gaming.
Oh, I forgot. I have you.
This could be anything. Okay, walk in that green goo. Oh, nope. That's a no. Anything Gaming Podcast. Hi, welcome to Anything Gaming. This is episode 31. So we've got through a couple of episodes now. We're doing mining this episode. So any game with lots of mining, and obviously we'll talk about anything else gaming as well that comes into our little minds. How are you, Woody? How has the week been?
The week's been great, actually. It's actually cooled off a little bit here in New England, which is, it's cool. It's August, so it's been kind of rainy, but right now it's a beautiful August night, perfect temperature, sun just went down, it looks really nice out, and I'm enjoying it. I picked up some games recently on Steam sale. It's always the Steam that gets you.
What did you buy? What did you get?
Okay, well, because it was on sale, this come up in discussion. We always talk about the Dead Space remake.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've tossed around. I saw it on there for $20, and I was like, all right, sure, I'll go through it again on the P. Well, no, because I remember someone mentioning how it's easy to aim with the mouse keyboard, but I can't imagine playing a third-person shooter with mouse keyboard. But I want to give it a fair shot. I also picked up Fallen Aces.
Ooh,
which
that?
Looks like, it's like this cool, so it's a FPS, but think more like Deus Ex than Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cel-shaded, but it's 1920s, Chicago era gangster quality,
Oh.
We're gonna rob that bank, see, kind of mentality to it. It looks, haven't cracked it open yet, but it looks really nice. Another game I finally picked, a game I've been wanting to pick up for about a year and a half now, is Stray. Ended up picking that up.
I played through that. That's a really interesting type of game. It's a lot more than you expect it is. When you play through that game, if anyone hasn't played it, it's worth getting. But you kind of start off and you think it's going to be all cute and fun, and you're just going to be playing around as a cat. But it turns into a whole lot more story. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's bigger and better than you expect it to be. So yeah, it kind of gets in the middle there. It kind of gets a little bit not tricky, but you kind of, it starts off very linear and you got one path to go, and then you get into the middle, and then you got to try and find how you actually get out of this section, which can be a little bit of kind of figuring it out kind of stuff. So there's a bit of that going on in that game.
All right, I'm interested in cracking that open, seeing how it goes.
Yeah, no, I got addicted to it when I played it, and it just builds and builds, and there's a lot more to it than you kind of expect. So, pretty fun game. I played a couple of games myself because obviously I have this Steam Deck now, and I just like to brag about it to everyone.
Yeah, give us the update on the Steam Deck. We need the update. Last we heard from you, the Steam Deck was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Is there more evers as it's going on?
Yeah. Look, my only complaint so far is I want to put Xbox Cloud Gaming on there, and I want to put the PlayStation Cloud Gaming on there. So basically, I don't need a PS Portable or a what's that thing? Is it PlayStation Portable, the thing that you've got? No, it's
Portal.
PlayStation Portal. Sorry. Yeah. So I don't want to get one of those. So if I can do that on my Steam Deck, that's going to make it even greater. And if I can do the Xbox Cloud Gaming on there, but there is a little bit of mucking around, and I have to kind of work out how to plug my mouse and keyboard into this Steam Deck so I can do all those things, because it's not like a straightforward, you just click on an app and you can go and download that. It's a bit more to it. So it is really good if you're only playing a Steam library. It's amazing if you're playing if you're trying to play all those other things, it's going to be amazing, but it's going to be a little bit of stuffing around to get there. But I played Eastward, which is this really kind of small pixel game that Well, it's actually quite a big game. It's like a JRPG. It's about 30 hours, 40 hours long. It's actually quite a large game, a lot of story. Interesting story too. Like you're an old guy and you start off in a caravan and then you meet this young girl that you have to protect and look after. There's nothing creepy about that at all. No,
Nothing disarming
no,
whatsoever.
no, no, no. And then you go on like a bit of a dungeon hunting thing. It's really cool. And then the game that I've been addicted to is Dome Keeper. And that's the game that made me want to talk about mining so much because this game, I've just been absolutely addicted to it. I forget to take my kids to places because of this game. My kids have been yelling at me for playing the Steam Deck too long, like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because now you can play. Not only is it an addictive game, it's an addictive game you can play anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle to kind of do real life having this Steam Deck. I've had to kind of hide it from me, and then I find it later on, and I can do stuff. But yeah, so where do we want to start with this whole mining and thing? We want to go to the history of mining. What do you know? What do you want to start with?
Well, I mean, I guess like by no means, I'm sure you can find like the first mine. There's always been like elements of mining in certain video games here and there. Usually, it's just resources for other stuff, like your Command and Conquers. You have to mine the Tiberium, which is just the little thing, but that's not really mining. You know what I mean? That's more the concept of mining there. In terms of like actually like, pickaxe in hand or controlling someone with a pickaxe in the hand, let them take resources.
Or drill's fine. Yeah.
Drill, and once it has to be mining, we could say dig dug, but even that's not real mining. The action is avoiding the enemies and getting the locations. I'm just talking actual mining. I guess the best place to start would be Minecraft. At the very least, to me, that's the first game where, I mean, it's in the name. Mine. So.
I don't see. Minecraft's a really funny one. It's such a great game. Don't get me wrong. Before you write, I'm a terrible person in the comments. But after that, you can. I do love it. It looks amazing. It plays amazing. There's so much about it. But I don't get addicted to Minecraft. Like, I find it's like kind of this game that I play for half an hour or an hour. And I'm like, I've done that. I go and do something else. You know what I mean? Do you get addicted to Minecraft or do you find it? No.
I mean, I'll play it, and it's not throwaway.
No.
It's a wonderful game.
Yeah.
It's almost too meditative in a way. I'm sure if you're playing straight out in the Creepers Coven, it's not that meditative, but just the sound of it, the way that there's no like waypoints, there's no objectives or anything like that. In the words of that kid from South Park, you're just building shit. Like that's what you're doing in the game. Like that's the core essence of it. But it does it in such a way that it's just, and I think that really counts to the success of a mining game. The objectively, it's quite tedious, but you gotta give it that flourish, that feeling of self improvement. You're actually getting something done to keep going. Minecraft did that first and better than anyone else. Do they do it better than anyone else today? Well, there's a lot of competitors now. I mean, the mining genre.
I think Minecraft got too big. Like the worlds are so big that is impossible for one human person to actually explore all of your Minecraft. Even if you built a brand new Minecraft world, you would never explore it all because the world is so big. And so once you've explored a section or a couple of sections on your map, I feel like you go, it's not doing that much for me now. I'm not going to find that much more. I'm probably going to find stuff, but there's just too much. And my brain just goes, nah, turn it off. I can't get this completionist kind of feeling out of Minecraft.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a symptom of the games nowadays. We've touched on that, how some games today are just gigantic. gigantic.
Yeah.
Like not even just mining games. Starfield. I mean, like No Man's Sky. Just these huge, giant. I remember even playing Breath of the Wild. I felt like I got all the shrines,
Mm-hmm.
and but I still didn't get I didn't get all the seeds.
Yeah.
I did just so big. At this point, it doesn't even matter if it's infinite. Because it might as well be because it's just that big. And when the name of the game is just using what you can out of the land, and you have an infinite amount of land, eventually. That's what happened with me with Minecraft. I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. So then what in your mind is a mining game? Like what makes a mining game? Does it have to be infinite amount of mining, or does it just have like a good amount?
Okay, so if the end goal is just to keep mining and building stuff, then yes, there has to be an infinite. If the end goal is, perfect example that the game there digs.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, yeah, you do mine for materials, but it's a tower defense game. That's the name. That's the legit name of the game. You're mining for defense. Going back to Command and Conquer. Oh yeah, you mine, but you're mining for resources, for other stuff. Like I'm just saying strictly the materials and making things out of said materials.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that 100%. Like, I don't think you have to always make something out of the said materials. Like, you might be mining for a collecting point of view, or for like archaeological digs or something like that.
Oh, and not only that, but you do have a point. Sometimes you want to make some room.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're mining, you might just be clearing land out.
Yeah.
Just to make. So yeah, you are right on that end. Well, that's another good example of a good mining game, and so many mining games today. Actually, I should bring this up to the audience now. Okay, so I'm not the hugest person on the mining genre of video games. So before we went live today, I decided to check the old Xbox Game Pass to see what was on there. Two things. One, there's a lot of mining games available nowadays. Simply on game. I'm assuming the same thing on PS Plus. I probably find the same exact games. Like maybe a different variety. Maybe some Sony published games.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. And two, luckily for me, there's a lot of good ones. I ended up grabbing some. Some I didn't get a chance to play. Actually, I want to shoot one off to you because looking at this, I don't know if it is a mining game in the classical sense. I'm assuming you played or heard about it. I hope I pronounced it right. Terraria?
Yeah, Terraria. Yeah. Terraria is basically 2D Minecraft.
Okay. All right. So
best way to explain it. The beautiful thing, I think the thing that is better about Terraria than, is it Terraria or Terraria? Whatever. Yeah, whichever.
Right, yeah.
The thing that I find better about that than Minecraft, I mean, there's things I dislike about it, but one of the things that's really cool is that the maps are kind of limited to size, and you can choose like medium, small, or large, and then each map has its own what do you call them, like bosses in different corners or different parts of the map. So you go mining to find these bosses, to find their lairs or wherever they're hiding out, which adds another aspect to it. Like, I get that in Minecraft you want to get this certain stuff so you can then make your portal to the Nether, and then you want to take on the Nether boss. And but to me, Minecraft's only got the one kind of guy, where Terraria's got multiple bosses that you have to kind of take on, and they're like smaller and bigger in size. So you've got like a thing going on there where you can find a whole heap of different bosses to fight against. I don't necessarily like the way you mine in Terraria. I find it, for me, it's a little bit, it seems to be more designed around mouse and keyboard than it is around PlayStation or Xbox controllers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it came out on Steam like a billion years before it came out on consoles. And it's one of those games where they modified it to fit consoles and controllers, but it's a lot harder than there's a lot more options in that, and I think mouse and keyboard's a better way to play that game.
All right. So if I'm gonna play it on the computer,
I think so.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
All right.
It's but
Thanks for the heads up.
it's kind of remind you a little bit of a 2D platformer type thing. It's got like those you've got some objectives and you've got some people with some story and stuff that you kind of can run into and they'll give you objectives and yeah, it's really kind of quite cool. I'm I'm into Terraria but not into it like yeah.
I'm
It's
deep
yeah.
into it.
2D Minecraft is the best way to describe it.
Um, Another game I did download. I didn't get a chance to play, but I have played before. Was Steam World Dig.
Yeah.
I liked that one. Like, I didn't get too deep into it, but I did get kind of like a Metroidish vibe from it.
Mm.
Even though there is some mining going on there. Like I said, did you ever play that one by any chance? Because I didn't get too
Not
deep into it.
really. I didn't get really. I'm not that much into it.
It's actually taken off. Like there, I know because I saw there was a Steam World Dig 2,
Yeah.
and then there's another Steam World game. So I mean, it must have its fans.
Yeah, definitely.
One game that I did play, I like this one. It's on Game Pass. It's called Forager,
Right.
like Forager, and this game might be the simplest mining game that you can play.
Well, I like that about mining games. I think that's another
Yeah.
part of
Oh,
mining games. They should be just here's a thing, go and break that, go and dig that, and then you get a resource. You know.
I don't know how much longevity this game has, but I had to admit it was like it wasn't hard to figure out.
Mm.
You know, like that because you always worry about the learning curve with certain games. This game had none. It was just simple, straight up fun. If you just want a nice, quick mining game,
Yeah.
you know, little rewards but a risk. I would suggest it Forager. I think it's how you pronounce it.
Foreign. Okay. Um. That okay. Here's an interesting one that you. I don't know if you classify it as a mining game or not a mining game, but can't remember the name of this game now, so it's going to break everyone's brains. But basically you're building a space station, right? And so you're out in space, and you've got to go and mine all the actual asteroids that are floating past your space station. Is that a mining game or not?
I mean, okay, so like when we're talking mining game, does it have to be strictly you can only get materials via pickaxe or maybe like plow machine or like, you know, the normal human style of gaining ore in rock?
This was a pickaxe. You were using pickaxe, but you're just
All
in
right,
a space suit, and you would just float up to these asteroids, and then you just mine them and get the resources out of them.
I would have to say yes. I mean, it's space mining.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just a different point of view, isn't it?
I mean, like, look, I mean, you got regular pirates on the sea, you know, Blackbeard and whatnot, and they'll invade other ships, but you also have space pirates.
Yeah.
You know, same thing, boat, vessel, you know, so I think, yeah, I would consider that to be a mining game.
Yeah. There's another one called Terrain, which is like Terraria, but it's a terrain. And basically, it's a mining game, but you fly from planet to planet. So it's basically like the 2D version of No Man's Sky, which is also No Man's Sky is also another very big mining game. I think No Man's Sky, the only thing for me with that game that makes it less of a mining game, I guess, is that you can only dig so deep in each of the worlds. You can't just go completely dig a hole straight through a world.
I mean, that's realistic.
Yeah, I know.
The biggest
but I
mining
just wanted to
fields
dig
don't go
a
all the way
hole.
down.
I wanted to make a donut planet. I thought that would be funny. Like, for me, that I like that idea. Like, you know, I've never been able to dig through a planet, so let me have my day.
Like, yeah, I mean, the only game where I know you go through planets is Mario Galaxy, and that ain't that'd be funny. But like, because like once you get to the center, though, you're no longer digging down. Now you have to dig up.
Yeah, Yeah,
So the other way.
I know it would be confusing, but like I don't know. To me, that would be a bit of fun. Um, but for me, like, okay, so Dome Keeper, the way I'll go to that game now because that was the game that really got me absolutely hooked on mining. Um, it's almost a tower defense game as well as a mining game. So you've got like a little dome, you dig down into the ground, and then you actually find resources for your cannon or that's part of the dome that will fight off enemies. So you've got like two parts of the game. You got the tower defense part, which is basically upgrading your cannon and that and keeping your dome safe. And the other part, which is mining, and you've got like a day cycle where you've got to go mining and then you go up the top and you get to go killing, basically. But the one thing in this game that I don't know if I've seen it in other games, I'm sure it is in other games, but is that you go finding resources, obviously, but where you go and find like hidden things like relics that are under the ground. So you're finding these relics. When you find these relics, when you take them up to your thing, you get like a special ability to your dome. And I just love that idea of searching for something in the ground, like digging. Like it's almost like a slot machine thing where you kind of don't know if it's going to be in the next square. So I'll just keep digging and you get obsessed with trying to find these things that are hidden. It's like a hidden treasure type of game almost. So
No, yeah. I mean, I remember doing that and for reals, every time when I go to the beach as a kid, walking on the beach and you might see something in the ground and you dig it up. Oh, maybe that's a seashell. Maybe that's a cool rock. And so, most times you get nothing. But, it's always good. And I think maybe that's a thing about the mining game in general, sifting through and finding something that no one else would have found that was hidden, that you did.
Yeah, well, that's what I like. I just really enjoy that kind of aspect of trying to find that thing. I'm not so much. I don't really care. Once I got the resources, like someone take that away. I just want to go finding stuff. It's a little bit like exploration, but you've just. I think that anticipation when you're hitting on the rock and the rock is starting to break and it kind of goes through its cycle of slightly broken, a little bit broken, a lot broken, broken. And you've got to wait for that. It's like I said, again, it goes back to that slot machine where it's coming around and then all of a sudden it goes bing and you're like, that's what I got. Cool. That it's almost that same dopamine effect that you get from those kind of things. I mean, games have always tried to add that addictive kind of nature to them. So maybe that's where mining gets addictive.
I mean, I guess like the one knock I have on mining games though, and I mean, this ain't it's not a big knock, but at the end of the day, it is work. Like mining games make you work for what you want, and if you're the person that kind of like work, you just work a lot, and you get home, you don't want to have to do more work. It kind of kills you, but. I still think the best time to play mining games is always morning. It always seems like a good morning kind of game.
Oh yeah, I can deal with or really late at night when you've finished slaying some dragons or something. Or,
yes. It's got to be somewhere in there.
Yeah,
like right when you wake up or right before you go to bed. That's the perfect time to mine in a video game.
Yeah, because you're just like, I kind of feel like playing, but I don't feel like. Really, like I want to still scroll through my phone at the same time.
I could never play a mining game on my lunch break. No. Too tense, too wound up. Like give me Contra at that point or something. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Where's Doom?
Yeah, right. Just something to get my mind off everything.
Yeah.
One game. This is. Of all the mining games I played today on my little adventure, this one I played the most. It wasn't even the full game. It's just its game preview. I might pick it up now.
Okay, game preview. Okay. I was confused what game preview is. Do you know what it is?
Huh? No, I still don't.
Okay.
I didn't play. I didn't get far enough for them to say, okay, enough game for you.
No. It's not. It's not. It's the dumbest name ever. Okay. You know what game preview is? It's the same as early access on Steam. You get the full game,
Oh, but it's not the
but they're not committing that it won't be like bugless, or it could
right.
still be a little bit. Because I used to think that too. When I thought game preview, I'm thinking, oh, you only like I thought it was a demo, and you're only getting like an hour or
Yeah,
two.
I get early access. I got early access
Yeah,
games, but
yeah. But they decided Xbox goes, oh, let's call it game preview, so everyone can know that it's early access, and everyone thinks it's only like I don't. I never used to play those games because I'm thinking, well, I don't want to play like an hour into it and then think I have to buy it. But yeah, that's what it is.
had I known that, I probably would have tried Grounded because Grounded was game preview. I was like, okay, well, for just preview, I don't want to. But for this one, but I am glad I did play this because this was a very, very for me, it was a very fun mining game.
How does it? What's the mechanic in this? Because I've seen a lot of stuff about Tectonica, but I've never actually taken it on. Like, what? How does it go?
Okay. By sheer luck, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 lately.
Yeah.
And truth be told, the way you manage your settlements in Fallout 4 and the mining in this, strikingly similar. It's all in the first person. You know, it's a first person, doohickey, whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing I've been able to hold so far is a pickaxe.
Okay.
You start in like this pretty big cave, alien cave.
Yeah.
And I just got to the part where I had to fix the main transmitter. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the first thing I had to do was I had to build some my little mining machines. You know, they're not little. They're about like everything's once you go into like building and once you like get ready to put something down, it goes to a grid system. So you do see a grid system while you're in first person. You place them next to these giant walls because you're in a cave, and you can tell which walls have materials because they're a little bit more shinier than others. The ones that were like silverish and shiny, those give you iron. The ones that were, copperish, gave you copper. Plus, you can also just, pickaxe there, and you get iron and copper that way. You take plants. Plants are fuel for these machines, so you gotta harvest all.
So the loop is to set up and manage the machines to do the mining for you.
For big things, yes. You can just go at a pickaxe.
Yeah.
And grab like a couple things that you need, but if you want like, I haven't gone that far, but for what I've seen, you can build pretty big things. So which means you're gonna need some pretty big, shipments of things. Yeah. I do know that like even the ground is collapsing. Right in the beginning of the game, you actually have to dig through a collapsed tunnel. That's kind of the tutorial, and dig right through things.
Yeah.
So but it got me hooked just because of the way the interface is on how you build stuff, where you allocate your items. It did it very well for me. I don't know if it worked for everybody else.
No, it looks like a really, really well polished game though. Like it's been in development for about a while.
I don't want to say No Man's Sky mixed with Minecraft. I don't want to say that, but that's because it's got that weird alien vibe to it that No Man's Sky has, but at the same time, like even like the little your HUD is very Minecraft styled. So I ended up playing for like a good 40 minutes straight.
Oh, I think
which is a lot for a mining game.
Yeah, well, just to preference that, but I think that if you're going to do a mining game, I think you've got to have. Like you've got to kind of almost copy the Minecraft HUD so the next players can come into it and go, oh, we know what we're doing. And because if you're going to draw players away from Minecraft, which is so populated, they don't want to come in and have to learn everything again. They want to kind of get it.
Don't get me wrong, Minecraft is a cornerstone. I'm not saying it's not, but is it really that popular still? I know it still has its fans. Like, it does, but at the same time, I'm thinking of, like, the young kids now, not the young kids that were back in 2010.
Yeah, they are 100%. They start with Roblox, then they move to Minecraft and Fortnite. So basically, it starts at Roblox, and then they go down a mining path or a shooting path. And then they go, I don't know where they go from there. Probably Call of Duty if they go down the Fortnite path. And I don't know where Minecraft just gets them stuck. They don't go anywhere from Minecraft. So they have to really, really be sold a different game if they're going to go away from Minecraft.
Am I not saying Minecraft's not popular? It's very popular. I see people wearing Minecraft T-shirts.
Yeah.
I see children with Minecraft backpacks.
Yeah.
But just compared to the craze it was, like even just like about 10 years ago, I don't know. It seems like it's subdued. I think maybe like a lot of ground has been taken by other games.
Oh, I think Minecraft is almost like comparable to Mickey Mouse now. Everyone
You know,
knows what that is, and no one talks about it anymore because it's not something new or exciting to talk about. We all,
right? It's just there. I
yeah,
mean, you want the biggest stamp of approval? It's a fighter in Smash Brothers.
yeah.
You know, like it gets to sit
Well,
next
it's
to luminaries like Mario and Mega Man.
the movie's coming out next year or the year after. Jack Black's doing the voice of it, so there's a
Actually,
net.
actually, every video game.
Yeah, I think that's his go to is any video game. I'm in. He's in Borderlands. He's in. What else is he in? That's a video game.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll even mention it right now if anyone looks it up. It's on YouTube. The Atari commercial for Pitfall from 980
Well,
whatever.
Jack Black did it.
Oh, he's like 10 years old, but yeah,
So he started there. That's where his starting point was.
Because that's the joke. Because even when he was a young kid, he was still doing work for video games. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So no, well, I didn't know that one. There you go. But yeah, so I think Minecraft's just more like that. No one really goes out of their way to buy Minecraft. Everyone just knows what it. Even in our schools now, like kids go to class and learn how to build stuff via Minecraft and stuff like that. So, there's education edition of Minecraft.
I mean, it's just like anything that just sparkles creativity like that. You got to let it grow.
Yeah.
Because that could be something. I remember my friend's kid. It was blocky as hell, but he recreated every single Megazord from the Power Rangers television show in Minecraft form.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, 100% it is. It's like that's what kids do. So I think it's just more like the unspoken hero. Every console in every house, I would almost guarantee that one of the consoles or gaming devices has Minecraft on it.
For now.
I think it's more popular than ever with kids because parents are like, they're not.
No, I don't mean it that way. Doesn't Microsoft own Minecraft now, or like get its claws deep in Minecraft? So I mean, how long? I know it's out for Switch, it's out for PlayStation and PC.
Oh, Microsoft they want that to be the game that everyone starts on. That's why they bought it. They didn't buy it to limit it from anywhere. They just want everyone, they want easy access to the game, Like every version of Windows I think you can go and just install Minecraft Educational Edition.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I remember I tried Minecraft on my computer, and it wasn't like you're playing a game. It's almost might as well play Microsoft Word. It almost feels like that at that point, just like, oh wow, it's just a service. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, they've turned it into a service. I would not be surprised that within, say, 10 years, Minecraft was almost a free then. They just made it free just to keep people and then they've worked out a way in which to get like as many sale things in there. And then they just keep on working on the sales side of it and the service side. Because a lot of people you can pay with Minecraft to rent a server to keep your mind. So me and you are building a Minecraft get world. We pay to get a server, and that way I can access it when you're asleep. You can access it when I'm asleep, and we're paying $10 a month. That's their end goal, to have people constantly paying them, giving them subscription money for Minecraft. So yeah, like I said, I would not be surprised if it's free soon. Like when I say soon, like it's basically on every Game Pass thing. So yeah. And also a lot of coding schools use Minecraft to teach kids how to code. They've got like a lot of coding programs around that too. Because because kids go, oh, okay, so I can code this block that if I hit it, it'll blow up or it'll shoot across the room. and then they learn how to add codes to it. So yeah, it's a crazy. I think it's just going to grow into our lives more and more. It might even take over Game Pass. It might become Minecraft Pass.
Ooh.
No, I don't think that. But yeah.
Well, here's the okay. Well, here's another question. Do you think that a game will ever usurp Minecraft as being the standard, or do you think Minecraft's just like too entrenched and like everyone will just be it will be to mining games like Mario is to platformers. There might be games that are in every single way better, but they're not going to be the standard.
Oh, well, I think there's a few games that are the standard. Roblox is that those big I think the key with these games is community based games. So you've got like games.
Does Roblox have any mining game? Actually, yeah, Roblox probably does have a bunch of mining.
You can actually run a Minecraft. There's someone's remade Minecraft, so you can play Minecraft on Roblox. Like, where you go through and there's little blocks and you go on mining and you do all the. It's basically Minecraft. I don't know what they called it. They called it something else so they didn't get sued. But it's basically Minecraft. And there's so there's heaps of things like that. But all those community type things that's where those games will live for a long time. Roblox, Fortnite, because they've added all the community stuff in there. And then, well, we didn't talk about one of the big ones on Fortnite is and it doesn't really have. I guess it's more crafting. It's the Lego.
Yeah,
the Lego version.
I personally didn't get into crafting. I think crafting's different. Going back to Fallout, you don't mine for anything.
I mean, I said Fortnite. Did I say Fallout? Well,
I'm just saying in general with crafting.
Yeah.
Like, to me, crafting is more resource gathering. It's like with mining, you actually have to like extract the material from the earth and then make that into something.
Yeah.
Whereas with crafting, you take the materials that are already something, but then you just turn them into something.
Yeah, yeah. I think that when they do so with just lightly on resources, I like it when you've got like all these resources and then it says you can go through your list and you can buy this, and this or whatever with your resources. I don't like it how I have to figure it out. Like that's my thing. But yeah, I think Fortnite is the kind of going in that direction. There is another game I think it's called Sandbox, and they're trying to get it off the ground, and it's by the people that did Gary's mod. And I think it's meant to be the predecessor. They're going to try and roll people from Roblox into that, and it's going to try and take over that space, because I think that the Roblox kind of infrastructure is a little bit tired. I don't know if they're going to keep. I don't know if it's reached its limitations or if they can keep growing that. So eventually, like that will stop the games from growing. I think maybe.
But yeah, no. Even though like Minecraft's still the standard, I like it that there are plenty of other games have taken off. One game that did take off, this was the first game I wanted to play. I knew this was on Game Pass. I was like, make sure you download this one and try. And it was one of the games I didn't play. I ended up playing the others. Deep Rock Galactica.
Oh, I love that game. That game is so good.
You mentioned that game. So that's the reason why I wanted to get it. I was like,
that.
oh yeah.
It's better with friends. That game. It's like more of a 4-player game. It kind of reminds me weirdly about what's the one? Is it Left 4 Dead, where you play 4 players and you go like it's kind of like Left 4 Dead, but you added mining into it.
Are there enemies to fight?
Yeah. So you basically mining. You get like this 3D map of how big the like mine shaft is, and you can mine to a limitation, but it's quite a large limitation. So you can mine off to the side this way and that way. But it'll show you like this 3D map, and it'll show you that you're up here. That's where you tunnel down to a certain distance with this like rock tunneling ship, and then you stop, and then you get out, and then you got to fight your way down. Sometimes there'll be caverns in parts of the mine, so you'll go like drilling down, and then you jump into a cavern, and all of a sudden there'll be like a whole heap of bugs and alien looking things that try and attack you, and then you've got to go and like fight against them and that to clear that zone, so then you can drill a bit further down to get to the resources that you require. Once you get the resources, it's all, come on every man, get back to the ship and get out of here. And you're trying not to leave all your mates behind, and you've got 3 or 4 different classes as well of the people. So as you go down, you can use, you might be like more of a tank, and I might be more of a like wizard type of ability. Then they're not called that. I can't remember what they're called exactly, but they use those abilities to try and help each other to do this. One's obviously better at repairing things, and one's better at doing this. One's better at not dying, and there's a medic, I'd say, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, but definitely a 4-player type game.
All right, so I didn't miss too much then.
No, or you did. Like, you just need friends. No, it's all good. But
Nah.
yeah,
My friends aren't going to touch that game. My friends going to want to play Turtles in Time again. My friends.
Oh, you've got to find well, like I said, anyone that likes Left 4 Dead, I think would like this. It's not as, even though it's a mining game, because you need to try and find your way down there, but it's more of, I think it's more relatable to Left 4 Dead with a bit of mining. So yeah, do with that as you will, but yeah, definitely try it out if you get a chance. I think you can.
I will.
I think actually you can do it 1 player and just get match made up with other people.
Well, hey, can you do it co-op couch? Like, is there a split screen, or do they not do that?
I think so. Not 100%.
Well, if there is, Mike, if you're watching, we're doing that next.
Yeah. Give it a try. Give it a try, because it's a little bit of, it's a small learning curve to work out how to mine and stuff, but it's really fun. Especially like you liking Doom and stuff like that. You'll get like a bit of a Doom vibe with some of the enemies and stuff like that, kind of coming like old school Doom though, because it's all low poly graphics.
Oh, that's how I likes it.
Yeah. So no, it's cool as. I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up, because I forgot all about that game. That was
yeah. Well, no, because I know that's like the biggie there. That game has it's got clout.
Yeah.
And because seriously, I wasn't expecting to get like sucked into Terraria there, or Terraform. What the game I ended up playing a lot. I mean, it just ended up being. Well, no, because I'm confused there with Terraria that I talked about. Yeah.
What's it called? Now you got me. Tectonica.
Tectonica, yeah. So.
Terraria, Tectonica.
Way too many T's and A's.
Why are we doing this to us? That's not fair. But yeah, I think.
Well, actually, I will say this: Deep Rock Galactica makes a good point. Do you think mining games work better as single-player experiences or multiplayer experiences, or are they just so completely different that they kind of stand on their own weight?
I think, well, see, Battlestar Galactica is okay by yourself, and if you do go matchmaking, it is better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think and this is what I think about all multiplayer games. To make a good multiplayer game, you need to work out how to make a good single player game that then can incorporate multiplayer. There's not many good multiplayer games that aren't good single player.
Well, the only ones I can think of are the ones that they clearly thought of multiplayer first and foremost. You know? Like Unreal Championships single player sucks.
Yeah.
But its multiplayer is awesome. Like things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, but
not 90% of the time. Most of the time,
no, I
if it's
mean,
a good single player game, it's a good multiplayer game, and so I
it's
think
just
that's with mining as well.
there was a time where like if a game had an awesome single player but a terrible multiplayer or vice versa, it brought the whole game down. But now there's games where like it's just okay, it's just this
Mm.
or just that. Like it's one thing like take a game like Fortnite for example that has only multiplayer. That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
At that point there's no single player, so that's clearly what there's. And then the bevy of single player games out there, there's no multiplayer because they're not
But
focused on it.
the weird thing about Fortnite is, um, so you could almost play that offline now because they've added into the game a whole heap of AI bosses and stuff like that weren't there originally. Because I was playing that like recently and I thought, oh, this is actually cool. And now they've actually added more single player kind of components to the game to make it more interesting for players that aren't looking for that huge multiplayer experience. Um,
I've still yet to try the Rock Band stuff on Fortnite. I got to do that.
I think playing just no build Fortnite like battle royale no build is actually it's getting more fun than it ever used to be.
Hmm.
It's like you'll be surprised if you and it looks actually quite amazing now for a game. Like it doesn't look so crap. So
Oh.
yeah, it's way improved. But yeah, I think you've got to have like interesting bits in that, and they've added all this weird story to Fortnite. So I don't mean to get on a Fortnite tangent, but oh, my son's
Oh.
addicted to it and it forces me to play half the time, and
Ah.
and now I'm super enthralled with it. I love it. But I can't play it on Steam Deck.
Oh.
Another advantage of getting a Steam Deck. So yeah. Um yeah, I don't know. Anything else you've been playing or doing? Where have you been at?
Well, no, I actually finished up my Duke Nukem for my channel. I'd finished up the Duke Nukem Megaton Edition on the PS3.
Yeah.
That was a big ordeal trying to get my PS3 be able to record. Sony's just they stop you from doing it. I needed to get a splitter
Mm-hmm.
so it can get confused. One signal goes in the other way. That got finished. Which is I do there. I want to keep the PS3 open for a bit because for years now I've been wanting to play Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah.
Because I haven't. And everyone says, "Oh, it's one of the greatest military shooters you'll ever play in your life." So I do want to get that going at some point. So the PlayStation 3 will still be in commission. Actually, it's funny. Right now, for my setup that I have hooked up, I can play any PlayStation game I own
Oh.
from PlayStation because I got my PS2, 3, and 5 hooked up.
Yeah.
So the 1 and 2 can work on 2, then 3 only takes care of 3, and then 4 and 5 will work with the 5.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm impressed with that.
About PlayStation, have you seen that this week on Steam, PlayStation VR 2 app launched? I don't know what this does. Like someone you have the PlayStation VR. Does that mean
I do.
does that mean you can play the PlayStation VR 2 with Steam games?
It does. Thank you for reminding me. I was wondering when this was coming out. Add to library.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Thank you, man.
no problem. That's what I'm here to serve. So yeah, so that can actually make your PlayStation games. Imagine playing something like Minecraft in VR. Do you have you played a VR mining game? Because I haven't actually thought about this till just this moment in time.
Have I? Magic and Might or Magic and No, that wasn't mining. That was more just like
Mm. But
getting things.
is there? Can you do? Is there Minecraft VR? Or is that just too much work for the computer?
No, there is Minecraft VR. I know the PlayStation 4 version has Minecraft VR.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That would be actually quite surreal, I think.
yeah, but it wouldn't work for mine because you need the PSVR 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I only got
That's
the
the
PS. I got
worst. Why does not
I have
why have they
no damn
not updated to PlayStation 5 yet? That's the one thing with Minecraft that they haven't done. Why?
no idea. No
Maybe
idea at all.
maybe Minecraft is maybe they're trying to ruin us.
Maybe.
If you've got a favorite mining game, put it in the chat. I should have said that at the start, but you know how crazy I am.
That's crazy.
But yeah, because I don't know. I've been really enjoying this, looking for mining games and different versions of mining games. It's been fun. What else have we got? Nothing else. We might.
Oh, I'm downloading Half-Life Alyx. Now that I actually have the means to play it, I will be playing it shortly. Sorry about that. I realized I forgot we were live. So
Oh,
I'll put that away. It's late at night now. I'm not gonna do it. For me, it's late at night, so I can't do it right now.
No, that's all right. So you just drop out in the middle of the stream because you start
Yeah,
downloading.
and then I got the thing on. Where are you, G-Man? Yeah.
I thought you had an Oculus. Did you not have one of the? But can't you play?
But no, you can. Look, I'm not that computer literate. You have to jump through a lot more hoops than I know how to jump through. The PlayStation VR, the VR2 seems simple. It's a Steam app for it's got to be somewhat reasonable. I'm assuming you just plug the thing in and go to town, which is what I plan on doing.
Okay. Yeah. We have learnt a lot together today.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let's call it a day, and we'll do some of this next fortnight when we get back to Anything Gaming podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Talk to you guys later.